everyone. How are you feeling now? Feeling hungry already? Or maybe feeling sleepy? Or are you excited about the hackathon and the forthcoming activities? Let's make this event interesting, guys. Speak up. You need to be louder. Are you guys excited? Yeah. Awesome. So let's see what are the fun aspects of cloud services. So I'm sure most of you are already using cloud services, or you have a thorough passionate for cloud services. Do we have anyone who are like already familiar with cloud services? Any infrastructure services or platform services or application services? With what you are familiar with, what is the platform you're using, or what is the infrastructure service you are using? EC2, okay, wonderful. So I'll be talking about what are the options for a newcomer who's like stepping into the cloud environment. What are the options available for a newcomer to try out these services for either free of charge or with a minimal payment? Or what are the options available for you out there at different levels? So when we speak about these levels, we have the cloud pyramid here. So if we say cloud, it consists of three parts, three levels basically. At the bottom, we have the infrastructure layer. That is where you build your environment. You build your network infrastructure. You build your deployment. That is where you build your foundation, basically. And on top of that, you have the platform. Platform is the place where you come and deploy your applications or any other services. And on top of the platform, you have software layer. So if you just say cloud, you might be referring to any of these three layers. So I'll be taking each one of these layers, and let's see what are the options available for us and what are the services out there for us to try out each of these layers. Let's start with infrastructure services. So as most of you know, the most popular, most widely used cloud infrastructure service out there is the Amazon AWS. Amazon AWS is, of course, a paid service, but recently they have come up with this free tier concept where they give you a bunch of free resources to try out AWS, but still you want to register yourself at AWS, and you might want to use a credit. They might ask for a credit card to check your legitimacy, but they will make sure that they won't charge you anything as long as you are trying the free resource types available for the free tier. But if you try out any other resources, or if you exceed the allocated limitations, allocated thresholds, for example, bandwidth thresholds, then they will charge you a small sum for that. But as long as you are doing your work within those thresholds, within the limits, and as long as you stick to those free resource types, you will be charged free. So Amazon is a nice thing to try out. I'm sure most of you will be trying it out in the next couple of days. So then we have Microsoft Azure. Anyone familiar with Azure? Awesome. Microsoft Azure has a 1-month free trial. When we say Azure, it's not actually an infrastructure service. It's kind of a hybrid service. Azure has both infrastructure services and platform services. And you can try out, actually. So you can spin up instances. They have offerings from Windows to Linux to C# to Java to SQL to Oracle, and they have a wide range of selections for you to try out. And you can try out those stuff for 1 month for free. And then we have HP's Helion Cloud. Helion, have you heard of Eucalyptus Cloud? Anyone? A cloud infrastructure environment called Eucalyptus. Eucalyptus was backed by Ubuntu for some time, and recently HP acquired Eucalyptus, and they relaunched it. They rebranded Eucalyptus and relaunched it as Helion. And with Helion, when you create an account for the first time, and if you want to try it out, they will give you. You can request and get $300 credits from HP Helion. And that's another nice environment for you to try out. And then we have IBM SoftLayer. SoftLayer was, again, launched in 2005. And then IBM acquired SoftLayer company in 2013. And again, they are offering a 1 month free trial so that you can create an account there, launch different types of resources, maybe operating systems or other types of resources, and see how they work and how those resources can fit together and build something useful for you. So next comes the PaaS layer. So if we say PaaS, the number one thing I can recommend for you to try out at this very moment is WSO2 Cloud. So WSO2 Cloud is still in beta, and at the moment it only supports Java-based applications. But soon there will be other services coming up within, soon in the sense very soon there will be more service types coming up, such as data cloud and an integration cloud, and so on and so forth. And along with applications, we have the API cloud as well, so that you can host your APIs, you can have your own store, you can publish your APIs to the store and make them available to your friends. And it's entirely free. There's no trial period or any tiers at the moment, as it's in beta. So you can use the whole cloud platform as it is for free of charge for an unlimited time as of now. And the other thing is Google App Engine. Google App Engine, again, has a free tier. And they are allocating 28 instance hours. If you say instance hours, that means if you spin up a Google engine, they will start counting the time you are doing useful activities and then charge only for that. So whenever you keep your engine idle, they won't charge for that time. And they are allowing 28 such instance hours for a day. So that means ideally, if you take a 24-hour day, if you use one instance 24/7, you will max out. You will fill up only 24 instance hours. If you use 2 instances, you can use 14 hours continuously for a day. And they have they have set other types of quotas as well. For example, for bandwidth and how much storage you can consume. And those are, again, quotas are set for day, per app per day. And when we say PaaS, Amazon AWS again comes to the picture. Amazon AWS has PaaS offerings as well, along with its infrastructure services. For example, it has a service called Beanstalk, if anyone tried it before. OK. With Beanstalk, you can develop your application, host it at Beanstalk, and let Amazon to scale the application and do the management work for yourself. And you can consume the application hosted at Beanstalk. So Beanstalk is, again, available for free tier. As long as you stick to the limits, you will be charged nothing. Red Hat OpenShift is another interesting PaaS environment. But one restriction they have is they are highly promoting Red Hat Enterprise Linux version. So as long as your applications are compatible, your binary application, your final binary is compatible to run on Red Hat, you are good to go with OpenShift. Again, with OpenShift, you have the choice of writing your applications in PHP, Python, Ruby, Perl. They basically support almost all scripting languages out there. And MySQL, Postgres, and Oracle, you have the database engine selection as well with OpenShift. So then we have the SaaS environment. SaaS is something we cannot talk in a little amount of time like this, because there are like millions of SaaS applications out there built for various purposes. I'm sure all of you must be using SaaS application since I'm sure you have a Facebook account, all of you, and most of you might have Twitter accounts and Flickr accounts. Those are SaaS applications. But I put those popular type SaaS applications in the last and put the SoundCloud, Dropbox, and Google Drive to the top, because SoundCloud is one of the most fun-packed SaaS application out there which I came across with. Anyone using SoundCloud? Awesome. So SoundCloud is a place where you can upload your sound files, music files, voice files, and share it with the community. So if you start hanging around in the SoundCloud for some time, you will see once in a while some popular artists come and publish their first cut of the new release in the SoundCloud and let the SoundCloud users to experience it before they even finish the final production. So there are very cool stuff happening there. If you're music lovers, SoundCloud is the place to be. And I'm sure Dropbox and Google Drive you are already familiar with. Every one of us are using Google Docs and Google Spreadsheets and Dropbox file sharing. So all those stuff are falling under SaaS providers. Okay. Yeah. So there are another cool set of SaaS applications which are not free, but very cool to try out. Most of those, like Netflix, for example. Anyone using Netflix? Anyone tried Netflix? Anyone know what Netflix is? Okay. So Netflix is a place where you can watch a vast array of movies and drama series for a very minimal charge, like $8 for a month. It's like 1,000 rupees here. But the only problem with Netflix is it's a geo-restricted service, which means only to a certain part of the globe Netflix is exposed to. It is only exposed to United States and that part of the world. It is not even exposed to Europe or APAC or Asia or any other part of the world, mainly because of copyright cases and other different lawsuits. So, and Creative Cloud is the Adobe's offering of its SaaS. In Creative Cloud, you can, most of the Adobe products are available in Creative Cloud. For example, if you want to try out Photoshop's online version, you can pay like $9 for a month and get Photoshop's online version. And they claim it's not 100% identical to the standalone version, but it has most of the common features available in standalone version. they have built those in the online version as well. And iTunes, I'm sure all of you know iTunes. And Office 365 is Microsoft Office in the cloud. Microsoft Office in the cloud, that is the Office 365. And Amazon Instant Video is again something similar to Netflix. Okay, so let me share one of my experiences, one of my fun experiences I had with cloud. That is, I'm watching Netflix from home, even if it is restricted to the US area. I still have to create an account at Netflix, and they have, by paying their monthly subscription, that's around like $8, 7.9 or somewhere around there. And I will tell you how I use free cloud offerings to get access to an unlimited number of movies and drama series. Okay. Yeah. So what I'm doing is I have a personal AWS account. I have given my credit card, and I have created an account for myself. And I'm spinning up, AWS has different types of EC2 environments, EC2 instance types, basically. So T1 micro type instances are falling under the free tier category. So as long as you are working on a T1 micro instance, they won't charge you anything for that usage. But the problem with T1 micro is they could go away at any time. There's no, because it's a free service, AWS doesn't guarantee how long they will start and serving that instance for you. It could go away due to many reasons. For example, if the server loads are getting high, they are basically flushing off all T1 micro type instances. So it could go away anytime. But what I'm doing is I have created multiple T1 micro instances in different AWS regions, and I have installed a free open source software called OpenVPN in those, and I have set up my own VPN server in those instances. And using a few lines of shell script, I'm monitoring each of those instances, and whenever one instance, the primary instance goes down, I'm starting OpenVPN server in the second instance. And then I'm getting an email for every time an instance goes away. Then I spin up another instance and add that to the pool. So all the time, I have a bunch of T1 micro instances running, and in one of those, I have a VPN server running. So I'm connecting from my devices to that VPN server. Since that is in the US region, as the client, I always get an IP address from the US region. In other words, Netflix understands me as I'm in US at that moment. And I can watch Netflix through that. So but VPN clients are most of the time available for computers, but I invested some few bucks on a DDWRT router and set up that VPN client on the router, and now I'm broadcasting the VPN service through the router to all my devices. And now from my smart TV and my mobile phone and even my computer, I can get access to this unlimited number of movie and drama series all the time. And I still have to pay that $8 per month subscription only, because I'm using AWS free tier. I don't have to pay anything for the VPN service. So that is my story. That is how I'm having fun with cloud services. So you guys should try out those stuff, and I hope you will get a chance in the next few days to do Marvel things with cloud. Thank you.